Hey, what's going on, Fault fam? It's your boy Skynet, and welcome back to another guide for Fault Elder Orb. In this guide, I'm going to be showing you the basics and giving you tips on how to play the mid lane role. Your job as a mid laner is to farm up, get stronger, and help your team by rotating. There are many different heroes you could choose from to play the mid lane role. You want to choose a hero who does most of their damage through abilities. These heroes are called mages, and they have high energy power. The top choices for the mid lane role are Gideon, Morigesh, Gadget, Lieutenant Bellica, and Countess. After choosing your hero, you'll be dropped into the map. Before doing anything, the game will prompt you to choose two aspects for your hero. For the mid lane role, I highly recommend choosing one or both aspects from the blue faction. Aspects in the blue faction provide effects and passives that are centered around mana and abilities, which are helpful to mages. After picking your aspects, you want to pick your starting items. You should choose the starting items the game recommends for you, which are Titan Spellbook and a small health potion. Titan Spellbook is a great starting item for mid lane heroes. This item gives you energy power and health. Its first passive is called Starter, which allows you to gain 1 additional mana regeneration. Landing an ability on enemy hero doubles the mana regeneration for 5 seconds. The second passive is called Minion Aid. This gives you additional basic attack damage against minions, depending on your hero level. Titan Spellbook also has a quest. After landing an ability on an enemy hero, you gain 1 stack. After gaining 10 stacks, Titan Spellbook evolves into Titan's Grimoire, which gives additional mana regeneration and basic attack damage against minions. Now, it's time to unlock your first ability and head to your lane. As the mid laner, you'll be going to the middle lane. Fault has helped you by showing arrows on the ground pointing the way you need to be going. Please follow the arrows. Before making it to your lane, you should stop in the jungle to help your jungler get the red buff. This is called leashing, and it helps your jungler kill the red buff faster and lose less health. I recommend using one ability on the red buff followed by a couple of basic attacks. That should be enough for the jungler to finish the job. After helping the jungler with the red buff, you want to head to the middle lane. This brings us to our first major tip of being a mid laner, which is farming minions. Farming minions is what is going to get you gold and experience to become powerful and dominate the enemy. The correct way to farm is to last hit or land the killing blow on enemy minions. This is done by waiting until the minion's health bar is low enough, then hit the minion with a basic attack or ability to kill it. During the first wave of minions, you want to make sure to place a ward on the left side of the middle lane, close to the middle lane shrine. This will give you vision and alert you when the enemy jungler is close to your lane. This is important because if you cannot see the enemy jungler, there's a good chance you will get ganked. Getting ganked means being caught off guard and attacked by an enemy who comes to your lane. If you are not prepared or positioned correctly, you will be outnumbered and killed by either the enemy jungler or the enemy mid laner. At 3 minutes into the game, the shrines will spawn. Shrines provide you with special buffs when you kill it. Being in the mid lane, you will have shrines located to the left and the right of your lane. Killing these light blue shrines will give Ancient's Blessing, which gives you increased experience gain and mana regeneration. Let's move on to lane positioning. As the mid laner, it is very important to have good positioning due to there being multiple ways for the enemy to come kill you in lane. As a mage, there's a good chance that you'll have one ability that allows you to escape or put distance between yourself and the enemy. Do not solely rely on this ability to always save your life. Practice good positioning by staying on your side of the river. Do not cross the river into enemy territory, as that would put you in danger of being ganked and killed. It is very important to be buying and using sentry wards throughout the match. Vision is key to staying alive and winning games. Anytime you go to base, make sure to buy a sentry ward. You want to be placing these sentry wards in high traffic areas such as the Raptor/Prime Pit and jungle entrances. Let's talk about pings. While in lane, there will come a time where you do not see the enemy mid laner, or you see the enemy mid laner leave the lane. If you see this, it is very important to ping missing mid. If you see which direction the enemy went, you could add by pinging careful left or careful right. This will alert all of your teammates to be careful, as they could possibly be ganked by the enemy mid laner. If you get a gank from your jungler and or end up killing the enemy mid laner, you might want to think about rotating to another lane to help out your team. This is called roaming. Generally, you want to roam if you are winning your lane or if your lane is pushed up far into enemy territory. Consider helping out either the carry and support in dual lane, or you could help the off lane. It is always important to keep an eye out on your middle lane, as it will get pushed back to your tower and you will need to go back to defend it. Let's move on to team fights. As the mid laner/mage, you will be doing the most energy damage through your abilities. You should be the hardest hitting energy damage hero on your team. But with all that power also comes some drawbacks. Due to having high energy power, you will also be squishy and easy to kill. Keeping this in mind, you want to position yourself accordingly. You want to stay back and away from the front line. Stay behind your tanks and land abilities from distance. This will keep you from being killed, at the same time, allow you to lay down as much energy damage as possible during team fights. When one or more enemies have died following a team fight, it is important to push the enemy towers. Destroying towers is what will win you games. This is a MOBA and objectives are important. As the mid laner, you want to focus on items that give you energy damage and energy penetration. Focus on buying items such as Warlock Swears, Mana Focus, Apocalyptic Epitome, and or Arcane Amplifier. Thank you all for watching my mid lane guide for Fault Elder Orb. If this video helped you in any way, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see guides for different roles such as carry, support, offlane, and jungle, I will have a playlist on the screen ready for you to click on and watch. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time.